Denmark is ramping up security in Greenland over threats Donald Trump wants a takeover.
In a post on Truth Social, he stated that acquiring Greenland was vital for America's strategic interests.
Not for sale. Denmark quickly countered after President-elect Donald Trump said Greenland should become U.S. territory.
Donald Trump, as president-elect, has thrown the global community into a whirlwind of speculation with one bold statement. Greenland, he claimed, is a strategic necessity for the United States. While this might sound like a provocative idea, it is far from whimsical. His assertion has set off a cascade of geopolitical reactions. Denmark, the governing nation of Greenland, responded almost immediately, unveiling a $1.5 billion defense budget to secure its Arctic territory. This plan includes high-tech surveillance, advanced military patrols, and even the deployment of elite sled dog units, a modern and traditional hybrid effort to protect Greenland's sovereignty. But here lies the larger question. Why? Why would a frozen, sparsely populated island suddenly become the focus of the most powerful nations on Earth? Greenland's importance begins with its geography. It is not just a vast, icy wilderness. It is a geopolitical treasure chest. Strategically located between North America and Europe, Greenland sits at the nexus of the Arctic, a region that is rapidly transforming. The melting Arctic ice, driven by accelerating climate change, has revealed new trade routes, most notably the Northwest Passage. This once impossible route could revolutionize global trade by dramatically cutting travel times between Asia, Europe, and North America. Imagine shipping lanes that shave weeks off traditional journeys and save billions of dollars annually. Whoever controls these routes will hold immense sway over global commerce. With Greenland acting as a gateway to these emerging Arctic routes, its importance cannot be overstated. But there is more to Greenland's significance than just trade routes. Beneath its icy surface lies an abundance of untapped resources that could reshape the global economy. Greenland is rich in oil, natural gas, and rare earth minerals. Rare earth elements, in particular, are vital for manufacturing modern technologies, smartphones, electric vehicles, renewable energy systems, and advanced military hardware. However, the current global supply chain for these minerals is heavily dominated by China, which controls over 80% of rare earth production. This dependence on a rival power places the United States in a precarious position. Securing Greenland's resources would not only bolster U.S. technological advancement, but also reduce its reliance on an increasingly assertive China. Yet this raises another question. Will this competition for Greenland's wealth lead to collaboration or conflict? The answer becomes more complex when we consider the military dimension of Greenland's importance. The United States has long understood the island's strategic value. During the Cold War, Greenland served as a critical outpost for monitoring Soviet activity. In 1951, the U.S. established Thule Air Base, the northernmost American military installation. Equipped with advanced missile detection systems and space surveillance capabilities, Thule has been a cornerstone of U.S. defense strategy for decades. Fast forward to today, and Greenland's role is more crucial than ever. As Russia expands its Arctic military presence with bases, icebreakers, and hypersonic missiles, and China increases its Arctic investments, Greenland provides the U.S. with a key vantage point to monitor and counter these developments. But why is this happening now? What has turned this remote, icy expanse into the center of a geopolitical power struggle? The answer lies in the Arctic's rapid transformation. Climate change is reshaping the region faster than anyone predicted. The Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the planet, causing ice to retreat and revealing opportunities that were previously out of reach. New shipping lanes, untapped resources, and strategic advantages are all up for grabs. Greenland, as the largest landmass in the Arctic, is the ultimate prize. The urgency to secure influence in the region is driving nations to act decisively. But here's the catch. As the Arctic opens up, so do new risks. Who will establish the rules for this frontier? And what happens when competing interests clash? Denmark's response to Trump's comments offers a fascinating glimpse into this unfolding drama. Greenland is part of the Kingdom of Denmark, but it has significant autonomy, governing most of its internal affairs. However, Copenhagen retains control over Greenland's foreign and defense policies. When Trump floated the idea of purchasing Greenland, Denmark quickly reaffirmed its commitment to the island. The $1.5 billion defense package it announced includes deploying long-range surveillance drones, upgrading Arctic infrastructure, and strengthening military patrols. Denmark's actions send a clear message. Greenland is not for sale. But can Denmark maintain its grip on Greenland amid increasing global interest? Amid this geopolitical tug-of-war are Greenland's people. With a population of just over 56,000, Greenlanders are predominantly Inuit, with a culture that is deeply connected to the land. For many Greenlanders, the sudden global interest in their homeland is both an opportunity and a threat. On one hand, they see the potential for economic growth and greater autonomy from Denmark. On the other, they worry about exploitation. Will the influx of foreign powers benefit Greenland? Or will it lead to the depletion of its resources without improving the lives of its people? Greenland's leaders face a delicate balancing act: how to leverage their island's newfound importance while protecting its sovereignty and ensuring that its people reap the benefits. The competition for Greenland is emblematic of a larger struggle playing out across the Arctic. The region is estimated to hold 13% of the world's undiscovered oil and 30% of its natural gas reserves. These resources are becoming increasingly valuable as global energy demands rise. Yet exploiting these reserves comes with significant environmental risks. The Arctic is one of the most fragile ecosystems on Earth, and oil and gas exploration could have catastrophic consequences for the planet. Can nations develop these resources responsibly? Or will the race for Arctic wealth come at the expense of the environment? The military implications are equally alarming. The Arctic is no longer a frozen wilderness. It has become a theater for geopolitical maneuvering. Russia, for instance, has been constructing military bases along its Arctic coastline and deploying nuclear-powered icebreakers to assert its dominance. Meanwhile, China, despite being geographically distant, has declared itself a near-Arctic state and invested heavily in scientific research and infrastructure projects in the region. For the United States, Greenland is a linchpin in countering these growing threats. Thule Air Base provides critical early warning capabilities for missile launches and offers a strategic advantage in monitoring Arctic activities. Losing influence in Greenland would weaken America's position in the Arctic and beyond. But the story doesn't end there. Greenland's future is also a test of how nations adapt to a rapidly changing world. The choices made today will determine whether the Arctic becomes a zone of cooperation or conflict. Can the US, Denmark, and other powers find a way to work together? Or will the Arctic's newfound accessibility ignite tensions that escalate into a new Cold War? Greenland, with its strategic location, abundant resources, and cultural significance, is at the center of this unfolding narrative. As we consider Greenland's importance, one question looms larger than all others. Who will shape its destiny? Will it be the United States, leveraging its economic and military power to secure its Arctic interests? Denmark, determined to maintain sovereignty over its territory? Russia and China, pushing the boundaries of their influence? Or Greenland itself, asserting its independence and taking control of its future? The battle for Greenland is more than just a geopolitical contest. It's a story about the future of the Arctic, the shifting balance of global power, and humanity's impact on the planet. The decisions made in the coming years will echo far beyond Greenland's icy shores. They will shape the trajectory of international relations, determine the fate of the Arctic, and influence the global economy. As the world watches, the question remains: in this high-stakes game, who will emerge as the true master of Greenland?